One of the reasons that James Gunn came in to take control of the DC universe was because, quite frankly, it's been a mess. The past several years, all the different directions they've gone, the decisions they've made that some people haven't agreed with, the split between Warner Brothers' vision and the vision of all the different creatives involved. That was all supposed to come to an end with the hiring of James Gunn, the reboot of the DC universe. But then we heard something interesting just a few weeks ago when Gal Gadot came out and said, oh, by the way, James Gunn and Peter Safran told me we're going to still do Wonder Woman 3. So I'm looking forward to doing that with them. And people said, wait, so you're telling me that of all of this stuff that's happening, basically no one's getting recast? That Henry Cavill might be the only one that ends up getting fired from this entire thing? What are we talking about? And even as recently as yesterday, in an interview that came out, Gal Gadot reiterated those things. Gal Gadot says Wonder Woman 3 is in the best hands. James Gunn told Gal Gadot not to worry about Wonder Woman's DC future. I've got some quotes. Speaking with Flaunt, Gadot revealed that Gunn and Safran told her, you're in the best hands. We're going to develop Wonder Woman 3 with you. We love you as Wonder Woman. You've got nothing to worry about, she added, so time will tell. It was only hours after this and a lot of people talking about these quotes that we suddenly had a completely different report that is reminding everybody that the people may have changed, the people in charge may have changed, but DC is still DC. Warner Brothers is still Warner Brothers. Wonder Woman 3 won't fly in the new DC universe, despite Gal Gadot teasing development plans. Exclusive. Despite recent comments from Gal Gadot claiming DC heads James Gunn and Peter Safran told her they would develop Wonder Woman 3 together, sources with knowledge of the situation tell Variety that is not the case. According to the Warner Brothers sources, a third Wonder Woman film is not in development at DC Studios, nor do Gunn and Safran have plans at this time for any other Wonder Woman project in the new DC universe other than their previously announced Paradise Lost prequel series for Max. How fucking chaotic are things at DC? And I saw this post. It's like, this is what it's like being a DC fan, okay? And over the course of a few months, after Patty Jenkins was fired and Wonder Woman 3 was canceled, Patty Jenkins was offered the chance to rewrite the script for Wonder Woman 3, but she declined. Then she came out and said, that's not true. I never walked away. It was my understanding there was nothing I could do to move anything forward at this time. Gal Gadot then says James Gunn and Peter Safran told her in a meeting, you're in the best hands. We're going to develop Wonder Woman 3. Reportedly, nothing was ever promised to Gal Gadot about Wonder Woman 3 happening or any definitive discussion. Or, of course, Henry Cavill announcing that he's back as Superman only to be fired a month later. It seems like the old DC is exactly the same as the new DC.
Can't they just send out an email to all these people? This is what we're doing. It's crazy that they got to go through the media with all this. We saw this with Disney too. The guy that directed the Haunted Mansion. It's all done through the media. What a freaking mess. What a joke. These giant corporations can't even casually send an email.
Yeah, no one's on the same page. So what does this mean? Does this mean that Gal Gadot's just lying? Is that what you mean with these sources coming out and saying that? Are you saying that Gal Gadot is lying about her discussions with James Gunn? When it's all said and done, based on all the things that have happened over the last, 10 months since this has occurred, it seems like James Gunn is the one who ends up coming out looking like he's misleading people.
Yeah, he looks terrible.
That's the way it looks to me. Now, I guess just because Wonder Woman 3 isn't happening doesn't mean that she's done as Wonder Woman. I guess she could just make random appearances and stuff. I guess that's a possibility. But still, nevertheless, it doesn't seem like there is a clear front, like there's a clear picture, a clear path going forward when it comes to the DC universe.
No,
and it continues to be a disaster.
Exactly. It's just a bunch of confusion.
And to be clear, if you're going to make the decision to reboot the DCU, personally, I think it needs to be everybody. I don't think there can be any holdovers. I don't think you should have anybody that played a role before. You just need to start fresh. That's my personal opinion.
No, I 100% agree.
I didn't want to get rid of Henry Cavill. I understand, though. And if you're going to do that, I think you have to do it clean with everybody. Not, well, everybody except my wife and the show she's on, or everyone but the show that I did in the movie. Fuck that. Agreed. I think it needs to be everything. And I don't think they're going to do everything. And I do think that's a problem. But if you're going to get rid of Henry Cavill, you should also get rid of Gal Gadot.